Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. The greatest obstacle to living is expectancy, which hangs upon tomorrow and loses today. You are arranging what lies in fortune's control, and abandoning what lies in yours. What are you looking at? To what goal are you straining? The whole future lies in uncertainty. Live immediately. Caretake this moment. Immerse yourself in its particulars. Respond to this person, this challenge, this deed. Quit evasions. Stop giving yourself needless trouble. It is time to really live, to fully inhabit the situation you happen to be in now. The chief task in life is simply this, to identify and separate matters so that I can say clearly to myself which are externals not under my control, and which have to do with the choices I actually control. Where then do I look for good and evil? Not to uncontrollable externals, but within myself to the choices that are my own. Think of the life you have lived until now as over and, as a dead man, see what's left as a bonus and live it according to nature. Love the hand that fate deals you and play it as your own. For what could be more fitting? It never ceases to amaze me, we all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinion than our own. In your actions, don't procrastinate. In your conversations, don't confuse. In your thoughts, don't wander. In your soul, don't be passive or aggressive. In your life, don't be all about business. If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. The best revenge is not to be like your enemy. Choose not to be harmed, and you won't feel harmed. Don't feel harmed, and you haven't been. It's time you realized that you have something in you more powerful and miraculous than the things that affect you and make you dance like a puppet. External things are not the problem. It's your assessment of them, which you can erase right now. If anyone can refute me, show me I'm making a mistake or looking at things from the wrong perspective, I'll gladly change. It's the truth I'm after, and the truth never harmed anyone. You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. Be tolerant with others and strict with yourself. We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more in imagination than in reality. If a man knows not which port he sails, no wind is favorable. No person has the power to have everything they want, but it is in their power not to want what they don't have, and to cheerfully put to good use what they do have. Nothing, to my way of thinking, is a better proof of a well-ordered mind than a man's ability to stop just where he is and pass some time in his own company. He who fears death will never do anything worthy of a man who is alive. This is our big mistake, to think we look forward to death. Most of death is already gone. Whatever time has passed is owned by death. Life is very short and anxious for those who forget the past, neglect the present, and fear the future. I judge you unfortunate because you have never lived through misfortune. You have passed through life without an opponent. No one can ever know what you are capable of, not even you. How does it help to make troubles heavier by bemoaning them? People are frugal in guarding their personal property, but as soon as it comes to squandering time they are most wasteful of the one thing in which it is right to be stingy. How long are you going to wait before you demand the best for yourself? Don't seek for everything to happen as you wish it would, but rather wish that everything happens as it actually will. Then your life will flow well. First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. Curb your desire, don't set your heart on so many things and you will get what you need. That's why the philosophers warn us not to be satisfied with mere learning, but to add practice and then training. For as time passes we forget what we learned and end up doing the opposite, and hold opinions the opposite of what we should. Don't explain your philosophy. Embody it. If anyone tells you that a certain person speaks ill of you, do not make excuses about what is said of you but answer, "He was ignorant of my other faults, else he would have not mentioned these alone." I begin to speak only when I'm certain what I'll say isn't better left unsaid. What man actually needs is not a tensionless state but rather the striving and struggling for some goal worthy of him. When we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves. Stop drifting, sprint to the finish. Write off your hopes, and if your well-being matters to you, be your own savior while you can. Whatever can happen at any time can happen today. They lose the day in expectation of the night, and the night in fear of the dawn. Let us prepare our minds as if we'd come to the very end of life. Let us postpone nothing. Let us balance life's books each day. The one who puts the finishing touches on their life each day is never short of time. True happiness is to enjoy the present, without anxious dependence upon the future, not to amuse ourselves with either hopes or fears but to rest satisfied with what we have, which is sufficient, for he that is so wants nothing. The greatest blessings of mankind are within us and within our reach. A wise man is content with his lot, whatever it may be, without wishing for what he has not. The key is to keep company only with people who uplift you, whose presence calls forth your best. If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. For those who follow nature, everything is easy and straightforward, whereas for those who fight against her life is just like rowing against the stream. Floods will rob us of one thing, fire of another. These are conditions of our existence which we cannot change. What we can do is adopt a noble spirit, such a spirit that befits a good person, so that we may bear up bravely under all that fortune sends us and bring our wills into tune with nature's. Let us meet with bravery whatever may befall us. Let us never feel a shudder at the thought of being wounded or of being made a prisoner, or of poverty or persecution. Begin at once to live, and count each separate day as a separate life. We should always be asking ourselves, is this something that is, or is not, in my control? But for me every omen is favorable, for I want it to be so, for whatever may come about, it is within my power to derive benefit from it. It's something like going on an ocean voyage. What can I do? Pick the captain, the boat, the date, and the best time to sail. But then a storm hits, what are my options? I do the only thing I am in a position to do, drown, but fearlessly, without bawling or crying out to God, because I know that what is born must also die. When someone is properly grounded in life, they shouldn't have to look outside themselves for approval. Just keep in mind, the more we value things outside our control, the less control we have. In each action that you undertake, consider what comes before and what follows after, and only then proceed to the action itself. If you are pained by any external thing, it is not this thing that disturbs you, but your own judgment about it. And it is in your power to wipe out this judgment now. Today I escaped anxiety. Or no, I discarded it, because it was within me, in my own perceptions, not outside. It's time you realize that you have something in you more powerful and miraculous than the things that affect you and make you dance like a puppet. The tranquility that comes when you stop caring what they say, or think, or do. Only what you do. Not to be distracted by their darkness. To run straight for the finish line, unswerving. Whatever happens to you has been waiting to happen since the beginning of time. The twining strands of fate wove both of them together. When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to think, to enjoy, to love. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Whenever you are about to find fault with someone, ask yourself the following question: what fault of mine most nearly resembles the one I am about to criticize? People are not disturbed by things, but by the views they take of them. Do not indulge in dreams of having what you have not, but reckon up the chief of the blessings you do possess, and then thankfully remember how you would crave for them if they were not yours. The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. Don't go on discussing what a good person should be. Just be one. Remember that very little is needed to make a happy life. Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. Man is not worried by real problems so much as by his imagined anxieties about real problems. Any person capable of angering you becomes your master. He can anger you only when you permit yourself to be disturbed by him. He who laughs at himself never runs out of things to laugh at. A ship should not ride on a single anchor, nor life on a single hope. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. You become what you give your attention to. No person is free who is not master of himself. It's not because things are difficult that we dare not venture. It's because we dare not venture that they are difficult. Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. Associate with people who are likely to improve you. Hang on to your youthful enthusiasms, you'll be able to use them better when you're older. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. He suffers more than necessary, who suffers before it is necessary. To wish to be well is a part of becoming well. He who is brave is free.